had in the 1960s was he saw people leaving the city for the suburbs. He saw people going out to Oak Brook, right? He saw people leaving the city for the suburbs. He wanted to bring people back into the city. So he made city living itself more welcoming. He made cities within cities. Now, it's kind of cool. Judy called. It's kind of cool knowing that with that cool curvilinear shape that Bertrand Goldberg gave his buildings, his own teacher gave us this black box that's literally right next door on your left. Clearly they felt a little bit differently about architecture. So this big black box from 1972 was originally the IBM building. Nowadays it is called AMA Plaza. Half of it is an absolutely stunning luxury hotel called the Langham Hotel. And that is a fantastic example of that just the cake style modernism. And in fact, it was actually the last one done by the architect who was best known for that style, a German. I like to use the echo under this bridge to say his name. Ludwig Mies van der Rohe. Jawohl. Or as we say in English, Ludwig Mies van der Rohe. He's so famous for that style, you could even call a big black box like that a very Miesian building after him, and you would be right, and you would sound very cool. Now over on the right, we have a few buildings that either began as hotels or they became hotels because our two biggest industries in Chicago, both of which were severely impacted by the pandemic, tourism and meetings and conferences. So we'll take old office buildings and we'll make them into hotels so people have a place to stay. This one on the right that we see now, the front of it, has a wonderfully concave, curvilinear facade all the way up on top, an entire colonnade of Corinthian columns that it's got urns, it's got balustrades, it's got finials, it's got a huge tempietto sitting on top of the whole thing. All that architectural terminology is frosting on the cake. So that tells you it's older. That's the old London Guarantee and Accident building from 1923. Nowadays, that's the London House Hotel. Really nice rooftop bar up there. Now, we're about to go under the Du Sable Bridge, which is technically the Michigan Avenue Bridge. It was the Michigan Avenue Bridge from the time it was built in 1920 up until 2010.
Oh my gosh.
The city decided to name it after, I'm safe, decided to name it after the man who's considered the father of Chicago. He was from Haiti, and he had a home right over here on the left where the Apple store is. His name was a beautiful French name. Are you ready? Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable. And he's considered the father of Chicago. Now just behind where his house would have been on the left, the building with the beautiful flying buttresses up on top is the Tribune Tower. It's an old newspaper headquarters building from 1925, designed by a couple of guys from New York, John Howells and Raymond